Kind of nervous.
Well, twisted. I think it's time to get this thing ready.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a while now. Okay. Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Beyond the BS podcast, episode 20, I believe. Perfect number, personally. That's what I believe. Perfect number to introduce our new setup because, ladies and gentlemen, we made it. Made it today. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here. Been working on this for quite a while, getting all of the stuff for this, getting everything set up, getting all of the pieces we needed, all the equipment and everything. And it has been it's been a long time coming. So I'm super excited for this. Super excited to do this episode. We got a super entertainment-filled episode for you guys. We have a guest coming on in a few minutes. But first, right off the bat, we want to hit the big thing out of the park here. The new co-host for Beyond the BS, my beautiful girlfriend right here, Hannah DiMattia. Yeah. Do you want to say anything?
Oh, no, not really.
Just
right now.
Yeah, you can introduce yourself. You got it?
You already kind of introduced me.
Okay, well, this is...
I'm Hannah.
Yeah, this is Hannah. She's going to be my co-host from now on. This is her first episode, obviously, so she's a little nervous, so we're going to try to get the nerves out this episode and get everything set up and get her used to doing it. Also, we have 3 cameras now. We have the main one right here. We've got a side one, which you probably can't see me in. That's for the guest, which you'll see in a little bit. And then we have this main one right here that's pointed on me and her. But, yeah, so this is going to be the setup from now on, guys. A lot nicer than the setup in Fort Collins. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, absolutely.
We're trying to make this deal legit. We're trying to make this into an actual show here, so pretty excited for this, pretty excited to get it going. But yeah, I wanted to introduce her and let you guys know what's going on with that. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been on here, so I mean, I got to get back into this as well. I'm a little nervous myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
But what was I gonna say? I had notes planned out, but I don't have them, so that really worked. Yeah. Okay. So a few things I was gonna run through, like plan for the podcast and stuff. As you guys already know, if you've listened before, I want to make this happen. I want to make this my job. That's my goal. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make it. Yeah, we're trying to make it into a big thing. Got her to come on here. I'm not gonna lie. When I asked her to come on here, it was a while ago. It was probably like a month ago. Before we were moved in here, because we finally moved into our new place. When I asked her to come on here, I was pretty scared. I was pretty nervous. I don't know why. But I was pretty nervous myself and pretty scared to even ask her that. Probably, I think this is something else I was going to get into. I think because I've had other people that I've wanted to do stuff with, have had like a handful of other people in my life that I want to do stuff with, and this is absolutely no hate towards those people because they'll probably know who they are when they're listening to this, and I know they're listening too, so this is absolutely no hate towards them, but I've had other things that I've wanted to do with other people, other projects that I've had in my life, and it just didn't work out, or they ended up leaving and just not wanting to do it throughout once we got started with it. So I think I was kind of nervous for that. So we'll see. We'll see if you make it for the long run.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
That person.
Oh, no. You're good. So yeah, I think that's kind of why I was nervous. But I also knew for the podcast to grow where I want it to be, I also knew that I had to get a co-host, and I couldn't just do it myself like I was doing. Like, that was extremely fun, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed like doing the jokes and stuff and having a good time, and it was fun to like learn. That really helped like learning everything, because this is all extremely hard to learn and takes a long time, and there's literally no videos out there to show you how to do this, so I just had to teach myself everything. So that was, it's been interesting, but I knew for the podcast to grow, I had to bring on a co-host and start to take steps forward. So that was the first step I wanted to take, was do that, which we made happen. I was thinking of people in my head. I was thinking of Kaden. At first, bringing him on as co-host.
That'd be really hard, though.
Yeah, it would be really hard. But maybe in the future, we bring him on as a third host, like
He moves in with us.
yeah, like George Jenko, but you don't leave. Yeah, then you yeah. So I knew you can talk. What?
You just said the special guest.
Oh,
Okay.
it's fine. I'll blank his name out in there. But I knew I had to take that step forward to get a co-host on here and just to progress the podcast where I want it to go. So got that done. So that's a check mark off. But also beyond that, I mean, there's a lot more steps I got to do. But yeah, that was the first one. So we made that happen, and we got this whole setup now. So I'm super excited about this, and it's full steam ahead now. Now that we're in here, I mean, I haven't posted an episode in like over a month, and I really haven't done anything with the Instagram or anything. I haven't really let anybody know what was going on because I do have a few people that message me, and they're like, "Oh, I love the show. I love what you're doing." Like random people message me. They're like, "Oh, I love this show. I love what you're doing. Like, this is sick. Like, keep going." And I'm like, "Well, I stopped, but now we're back." But yeah, now we're back. I don't know. It's interesting being on here. This is weird because this is like an actual nice setup.
Yeah,
I've been in the corner of a basement with everything. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, I knew I had to take that first step, and then the next step is getting actual guests on here, which we think we have a decent guest lined up to come on here in the next couple of weeks. So that'll be pretty sick to get him on here, and then obviously just keep going from there. And yeah, we're on the up and up. But yeah, anything you want to say?
Not for the moment. No.
Not for the moment.
Not
You're
for
good.
the moment. I'm good.
Are you tired?
A smidge.
Yeah. We've been
tiny bit.
Yeah, we've been pretty exhausted. It's been pretty stressful getting everything moved in here. We had a long day a couple days ago getting everything moved in here and getting it all set up. But I think we've done pretty good getting everything like actually squared away in like the first 2 days. So
Yeah, I think we did a good job.
yeah, but beyond what I was saying earlier, I was gonna touch on this a little bit because I don't know what I was gonna say about this. I don't remember how I was gonna say this or how I was gonna phrase it, but I don't know. What I was talking about earlier with people that I had tried to bring on here before and do stuff with, I was gonna touch on this a little bit and say, again, I don't know, because I think that's what I was gonna say. So moving into this apartment, choosing to move in with you, was a big step, big choice, because I had other people that wanted me to move in with them, yeah, and do other things. But this is what I wanted to do, and I think I just felt like, again, this is gonna sound like hate towards these people, and they're gonna know who they are. So this might end up getting cut. I don't know, but there's people like I have close people to me, people around me, people that probably don't know who they are, who I'm gonna talk about, but people that do. That I think I just had to kind of start to create my own path and do my own thing and start to take a step back and say, okay, like yeah, I love these people. I love this person, I love this person, I love this person, but they just don't see things the same way I do. They just don't have the same vision I do. And they just can't really grasp it, and like that's not hate against them at all. That's not anything against them at all, but they just can't really grasp like what I'm trying to do. And a lot of people kind of see it as a joke, which, got to roll with the hate. Hannah doesn't really take hate too well.
I really don't.
So we're gonna see how that goes, but you just gotta roll with the hate, because a lot of people don't understand what I'm trying to do here. But back on track, what I was saying. So yeah, I had close people. Again, no hate to these people. You guys know who you are. You're listening. No hate to those people at all. But I think I just had to make a choice for myself to move in here, have our own space to where we could do what we wanted, create content that we want. Because that's another thing we'll touch on in a second. But I just had to have a space for myself to kind of create and just have my own atmosphere, feel good, and not have to worry about other people being around that's going to have their own opinions on stuff and whatever, because I know she supports me 100% in everything, so that's obviously amazing. But I think I just had to take a step back, and this is like advice to anybody out there. Obviously, I'm just little old me, so is my advice that great? I don't know, but this kind of advice to anybody out there. If you're in a situation with people that are close to you, and like, I know there's people out there that do the same thing I did. I was like wanting to start stuff, wanting to start a podcast. I was wanting to start other things, have other projects, and I wanted to bring people on with me and bring like friends on with me and bring on close people to me that I wanted to bring on and be like, have them with me for the ride. Cause like everything I do in my head is like, I'm gonna make it. Like it's gonna make it. Like there's not even a question in my head. So like when I start a project like the podcast, I already know I'm gonna make it. Like I already know this is gonna be my job one day, which I'm trying to make it right now. But that's what I do with all the projects I do, and a lot of people can't understand that because it's just not how, I don't know, like how their parents raised them or how their head works. They just don't get it, because obviously it's kind of a crazy thing to think that. But for advice, anybody out there, if you're in a situation like that where you have close people around you and you're like, I want to bring these people with me. I want to do stuff with you. I want to bring them on the up and up. And you're like, in the back of your head also, I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't know if I can do this on my own. Like, I don't know if I can do it by myself. First off, knock that out of the way. Like, you can do it by yourself. Like, I was supposed to have somebody else on this podcast to begin with. It was supposed to be a 2-person podcast, and we bring guests on. And again, no hate to that person at all. But it was supposed to be a 2-person podcast. That went out the window, so I had to try and reevaluate the situation, figure out what I wanted to do, and just full steam ahead by myself. So that's what I did. That's what the 19 episodes that we've done so far have been. So obviously we made that happen. And just advice to anybody out there, you don't have to cut these people off. Like a lot of people say, just cut them off, get them out of your life. You don't have to cut these people off, but I think start to just like take a step back and start to make choices for yourself. And it may not make these people happy. But if they're really with you and they really have your back, like you'll start to see the people that really don't and the people that really do. Because if they do, they'll eventually be like, okay, like I see. They may not be able to see your vision for what you're doing, but they'll be able to see like that you had to start making choices for yourself, and you're doing better. You're making those choices for yourself, progressing in what you wanted to do, and they'll start to see that and support you. So I don't know. That's just advice to anybody out there, because it's a tough situation I was in. Still a tough situation that I'm in right now with people around me, because there's just people that just don't see my vision the way I do. And I understand nobody's going to see that. Like really nobody can see it the way I see it, which I understand that. It's just kind of hard. Like there's just times where you're doing things and it's just kind of hard to accept that. But if you guys really want something, like you just got to grasp that in your mind and just roll with it. So yeah, that was kind of my...
Well, I was going to say, just because like they can't put all their time and effort into a podcast and that they don't understand your vision doesn't mean that they don't fully support you in this decision, AJ.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I had to understand. But because when it first happened, I didn't really understand that. But I feel like a lot of people are in the same situation, and not just that, like not just like that, but now other people that are around me, like I know my parents have a super hard time understanding like this is what I want to do, like that they have a super hard time understanding that, and I know other people around me have a super hard time understanding this is what I want to do, and a lot of people just don't believe that it can happen.
But they still support you. Even your dad said that he's proud of you and what you're doing. So
yeah, I know they support me 100%. I talk to them about it, and they know I'm serious about it. But it's just like a lot of people, like beyond just like not just having like people do projects with me and like be on it and like put 100% of their time into it. Because I understand like people can't. Like I did a lot of stuff with 2 other people before where we were having meetings and stuff. Like we were putting a lot of work into this one thing we were doing, and then it kind of just fell apart because other people can't. Like they just can't stay as committed as other people are. So not just that, but like other people just like in general, just like people online aren't gonna understand. Like, oh, like I guarantee there's a lot of people from my high school that are like, they see me doing this, they're like, oh, he really thinks he's gonna do this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of what I'm saying and stuff like that.
But also, people have different dreams in life, AJ. Like you've got to understand that this, if you wanted to do this full time, like that's not gonna be the other people's that you wanted to do this with dreams. Like
no, yeah, that's what
the person that we're probably talking about, he has other dreams of being something completely different, and he's not going to have nearly as much time to be on the podcast as you do.
Yeah, that's what I had come to understand. But just like the people with high school, that's more what I was talking about. Just like outside people that don't really get it, and close people around me that are starting to get it more, because I like have serious talks with them and tell them like, look, this is what I'm doing. Like, so for everybody watching the podcast, like the next year or so, I'm really going to go hard on this and really try to make it happen and just put everything I have into this because I absolutely love this and love doing this. But that was my little rant. I wanted to go on to start this podcast, to introduce her, show you guys the new setup. It's pretty sick. We got some little posters up here.
Childish Gambino and J. Cole up there.
Yeah, so that was pretty sick. They came a little smaller than we expected, but they worked pretty well. Yeah. So pretty sick setup. I want to show you guys that, and then also touch on what she's going to be doing soon. Is she's wanting to start some ASMR stuff and start creating some ASMR content. So we've got that whole other studio is going to be set up in another part in the apartment. So that's going to be pretty sick. I'm excited for that. Backing her 100%, obviously, and helping her as much as I can because I know how hard it is to start this stuff. Like I know my sister's looking at starting a podcast, and it's a lot of work, so I'm probably going to have to help her as well because it is very hard to understand how all this stuff works, and it took a lot of time to understand it. But, yeah, so she's going to be starting her ASMR stuff here soon. Obviously don't have anything to plug yet, but you want to talk a little bit about that?
I mean...
Just let people know the vision.
I don't really know the vision yet. It's just kind of like sassy ASMR, you know? I want to do that, like, the whole variety of ASMR. Like, she does the eating ASMR, which I don't really like, but I'm gonna do like the little fidgets and the tapping stuff that she does. I don't know, she just puts me to sleep, so I kind of want to do the same for other people, and I feel like I could be really good at it if I really put work into it and get what I need for it to sound good and different things that I like that I think other people would like an audible whispering or like like role plays. I really like those role play ones where they like do your makeup and they do like, oh, your big sister does your makeup, or the high school bully does your makeup or something like that. So I really like those ones.
Yeah.
So I might try to put that as like, I also might try to run up a YouTube channel maybe because I wanted to start on TikTok and maybe do some lives if I get like enough. But I don't want to do the ASMR like on my personal channel. I want to make like a whole new TikTok and just do that, see where it takes me on TikTok, and then try to do a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I feel like TikTok won't be as hard to like edit and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna try that first on TikTok, see where it gets me. But it should be really fun. Like I get to play with fidgets and make mouth noises.
Yeah. So that's her vision coming up. That's what she's going to be starting soon in that little project. And I get super excited when people around me want to do projects like this because, like, immediately I'm like, yeah, you can do this 100%. You can make this your job immediately. And, like, yes, you can. Yes, you can't. You can't doubt yourself like that.
I don't know if I'd want it to be my job. It's definitely going to be a hobby.
You told me that.
But I want something where I know, like, I have consistency.
Yeah.
Because from, like, TikTok and YouTube, you get, like, pay, but it might be different from, like, the amount of views or, like, the amount of subscribers you get or the amount of views you get on TikTok. So I kind of want, like, a consistent pay. But if I also get paid from doing my hobby ASMR, that's great. Yeah. That's great. I mean, more income for the house, whatever. So
yeah,
that ends up happening more.
That's what you had talked to me about that. And I was also going to touch on talking about, like, making money from this stuff. Like, my vision from this. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people watch this. A lot of people that want to hate on me or say certain things or whatever. Or even people that don't and just watch it. I don't know. I feel like they watch it and they feel like my goal is like, oh, he wants to get rich. He just wants to get rich off this, like that. Like he just wants to, like, live that lifestyle. But not really. Like, I'm just like, I just want to make this my job. Like, if this can pay for us to live, have a house, whatever, like,
I mean,
pay for this apartment.
Work from home.
Pay for this apartment, get groceries. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking for.
But hey, if we could live lavish off this podcast, I mean,
like, I'm just letting people know that's not, like, my main goal with this too. Like, because my main goal is to eventually get, like, big guests on here, share their stories, inspire people, bring happiness and just joy to people's lives for the hour this podcast is, and just share as many cool stories as I can, get as many cool people on here, meet cool people, eventually start, like, traveling around the world, meeting cool people, doing episodes and stuff, and just sharing stories that I feel like, because I know podcasts have helped me a lot. They've helped me a lot of stuff I've struggled with, and, like, just people sharing their stories and stuff, so I feel like I just want to do the same for people So that's what we're trying to do. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on there before we bring our guest on?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have a very special guest today. He stands at about 6'5", 230 pounds. He's 16. Looks like he's 35. Did you see if they were recording? Okay, sweet. He's 16. Looks like he's 35. It's gonna be Kaden Blevins, ladies and gentlemen, my little brother. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Woo! Yes. Coming out here looking fly like that. That's crazy. About 15 minutes ago, he did not look like that. That's wild. Yeah, go ahead and throw those puppies on, man. Get them set up. So yeah, we got Kaden on here as the first guest to come on the new setup. He hasn't even been on the podcast once yet. So, we had to get him on here.
Me and Kaden are the newbies.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be able to raise that. Yeah, there you go. Raise it wherever you need it. Click it in. There you go. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing today?
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about, man? Like, how's life?
Good.
Yeah, good. That's all you're gonna give me? That's crazy.
I mean, it's summertime.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I mean, I got school off,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't work that much, which is good. So
Man works about 2 days a week at Papa Murphy's.
For like 4 hours.
Yeah. So that's a life. Yeah. So let's get into it. What do you like? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? How are you feeling coming on? How are you feeling coming on the podcast for the first time?
good.
I guess.
I think he's nervous.
Yeah, I think you both are a little nervous. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm warming up more. I'm definitely warming up more than Kaden.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I obviously don't have a lot prepared, but
I know.
yeah. Because, we've been busy. We've been trying to get this place set up, trying to get it going. But let's see. I was going to ask you, like you got, like, so you're 16 right now. Like we said, you're 16. You look like you're 35, but you're 16. You're pretty young still. You're pretty young. Okay? Yeah. Because I'm about to be 21, and my bones don't work as good as they used to. Yeah. So you're only 16. But do you have, like, anything in your head? Any projects, like online that you want to do? Because I know you want to do stuff before, and there's some I'm going to bring up. I'm going to bring up, and I'm going to slam you. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you got for me?
I haven't planned anything out.
No, but do you have anything in your head? You don't have to plan anything out. Do you have anything in your head like that you want to do?
No.
That's wild.
I have no clue.
That's wild. 16-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm getting.
I mean, I'm probably going to go to college.
Yeah. So talk to me about that.
I don't know.
Listen. Talk to me about that because I'm a college dropout.
I know.
I didn't survive because that's just not for me. So now we all think it's going to be for you because we don't know. Like, you could be a lawyer. You could be anything. Like, what? Like, talk to me about that. Like, do you want to go to college? Like, what's the path for that? Like,
I'm probably just gonna go for like 4 years.
Yeah.
It's just get
Bachelor's?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
And then, I don't know, I guess to see what.
Fly with the wind.
Yeah, just see what I can get into.
Well, beyond that, because what I'm trying to get to here, because I know you know what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to get to here is anything that you want to do, like any projects, like side projects online or like content creating that you wanted to do, that you have in your head that you want to do. Because like I said, Bella, our sister, Bella, is wanting to start a podcast soon. You got anything in your head?
I mean, like, I don't. I obviously maybe start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, when that would be. I don't know.
Right now. The time is now.
No.
Yeah. No, you see, that's crazy. Because what I was trying to roll to here, and we'll just, little intervention here for everybody. This episode is probably gonna be pretty awkward because both these people are pretty nervous. But we're gonna make it as good as we possibly can.
I feel like I'm doing fine.
You're doing good.
I'm doing fine. Kaden's the one that's being awkward.
You just been called out like that.
I might walk off.
No, you're not. Okay. But what I was gonna say is, I have tried to get this man to start streaming video games or a gaming channel, streaming whatever, because he's insanely good at like stuff like Fortnite, Call of Duty, extremely good. What do you got to say about that? Let me know. Talk to me. You got to talk. This is a podcast. You got to talk to me.
You think I'm extremely good because you're bad at like most video games.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I'm really not. I'm really not as good.
No, yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Buddy goes into Fortnite and gets 25 kills and wins. Like, that's crazy.
Like, that's if I'm playing with you because we're in like an AI.
Nah. But like, you could also stream like 2K. Like, we play 2K quite a bit.
I mean, I'm pretty trash at 2K.
Yeah, I was gonna say neither of you are really that good at 2K, so
We win about one game every 2 days. So, yeah, we're pretty bad at that one. But, so, I just want to ask, why won't you do that? Like, why won't you just try it? Because I know Fortnite, especially, and like Call of Duty, you could do something with that.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I might try when I'm in college and I have like a dorm room.
Why don't you just try it at mom and dad's house?
I'm not trying to do that.
What? Because you think mom and dad's gonna barge into your room during your stream and say, "Kaden, you left your dirty underwear on the floor." Yeah.
No.
Then what's the problem here?
And like if I was doing it during school, the only times I could do it is like because like after school, like I don't know if I would have enough energy for that.
You could do the weekends.
Yeah, but then that would be like, I mean, that would be spaced out like far apart and stuff.
I don't know, man. You could do a podcast once a week.
I'm not trying to do a podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you see all this we got together. This is a real studio right here. This legit.
I guess.
You guess. Yeah, this is nice. But, yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. We just got to kind of crack a shell, get him out a little bit, get this nervousness gone. But, I also want to talk to you a little bit about lifting and stuff like that, because I know you've been getting into that. I know you played football for a little bit. That wasn't really your thing.
No.
Nah. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
No, not football. Like lifting and stuff. Like getting into that. Like, who do you watch? It's like your inspirations and stuff. Like, nah,
well, I've watched like all the people you see like on TikTok and stuff. Like,
name them. Little guys. The little tank guys.
Trent Twin.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Bradley Martin.
Yeah.
Alex Eubank.
Yeah.
Just everybody.
Yeah, you got... Is that one of their clothes right there?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, whose is that?
It's like...
I don't remember who does Young LA either.
Yeah.
It's one of them, though.
It's maybe like Alex Eubank or something. Or he's like associated with... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But, so like, why? Like, what's making you get into lifting now?
I'm going to be a junior.
You know, you're going to be a junior.
Trying to get big.
You're about 6'5", 230 pounds. No, he's actually about 6 foot 230. Isn't that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 foot. Yeah.
Oh, 6 foot 230. Yeah. No, that's legit. So yeah, like you. That's it with lifting. That's your whole story.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you have any passion inside yourself, or?
I'm just trying to make it through school.
Just trying to make it through school. You got anything you want to ask him right off the bat?
not really. I think I'm good.
Oh, okay. So that's a lot of help for me in this episode.
AJ, what do you want me to ask him?
These two are really helping me out. This guy's giving me about 3 words per question I'm asking. Holy frick.
I don't know anything about Kaden.
Exactly. Get to know him a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. Well, you're 16. We already touched on that. You don't want to do a gaming channel right now. You're lifting. What else are you doing with your life?
Rejecting women.
Rejecting women, yeah. yeah. That's crazy.
Gosh. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to make it through school.
He doesn't have time for dating right now.
Yeah. Man's locked in. Man's locked into high school.
Focused on graduating.
That's crazy. But, like, what? Like, talk to me here, man. Like, what do you got going on?
You just asked me this 3 times.
I don't. I'm trying to get something here.
Like, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. You got any passion in there? No?
I already said I'm trying to just go to college and...
Well, okay. Sure. Well, I guess we'll move on from that. Next question on the list here. I don't even know. Like, you want to get into some stories?
Yeah.
I've known you for about 16 years. So we've got some stories here. You got anything? You said yeah, so you got something on your head?
No, I thought you had...
No, bring up the one with, like, his both broken arms and the slash in his head.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, okay, I don't remember it because I was too young to remember it, but...
Yeah, buddy's like 3 years old. Okay, so here's okay, I'll tell it, I guess, since you don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, like, the actual story.
Yeah, he can't remember when he was 3 years old.
I don't remember how you broke your arms either.
I know how I cracked my head open.
Yeah, you were jumping on the bed.
I thought it was the couch.
Nah, see, this kid doesn't even know that.
And then I fell and hit the coffee table.
Nah, you were jumping on mom and dad's bed, and you fell and hit the table in their bed. I think you might have messed your memory up a little bit, personally. But, so the story for you guys, this is where we'll start, because we'll talk about family here in a little bit. This is where we'll start. So, growing up from a young age with Kaden, I actually remember going into the delivery room when mom had you. I actually remember going into the hospital room. I was young, everybody was there, I was a little child. I walked in there, and mom said, "Do you want to hold him?" I said, "Get that freaking thing away from me." I said, "Absolutely not. Not gonna happen." But moving on, Kaden gets to be like, I don't even remember how old you were. You're pretty young, like 4. Somehow broke both of his arms and cracked his head open at the same time. My mom thought that
CPS?
Yeah, Child Protective Services were going to come take him away from us. And then, who knows what would happen. Buddy wouldn't be here.
And I just then I could only eat long stuff.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah.
I could only eat like cheese sticks.
Oh, so you remember what you could eat?
Well, mom told me.
Oh, that's wild. So, yeah. So, he broke both of his arms. So, he had both of his arms in casts and then had his head cracked open. They had to glue that back together. Yeah. Then you've had quite a few injuries. You had puddles who almost ripped your eye out of your head. Like,
I mean, now I have a couple good scars on my face.
You got to remember that one.
I do.
Yeah. You can tell that story. Go ahead.
Well, hopefully this is right. I was like crawling on the floor, and I'm pretty sure it was out like on a deck or it was by side.
Wait, I'm sorry. Time out. Are you saying crawling on the floor because you think you were a baby?
No. No. I was just like crawling next to it.
Oh,
okay. I don't know why. I was
okay.
And his food is either outside on like the deck or he was inside next to the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
He's either outside or inside. And I like crawled out there next to him or something, or I was next to his food, or I was down by it, and he was eating, and then he was just growling at me and getting mad, and I guess I was just getting too close to him and stuff, and so he bit me in the face. And I mean, if he would have went a little bit higher, I wouldn't have an eye right now.
Yeah.
And then mom had to rush me to the emergency room with like a towel on my face.
Yeah.
And I had to be wrapped up. And because I remember this, I had to be my head had to be like wrapped up. Yeah. And I had to get like stitches through the wrapping or something like that.
Yeah. They didn't put you down or anything.
my gosh. That's the
Or
worst.
put you under? No. Didn't the doctor tell you, like, be a zombie?
I guess.
Dang. So, yeah, that was, like, you almost would be like Dad. Blind.
Sure.
Hey, do you think they put you like under for or stitches?
Sometimes they do.
They didn't for me
They
either.
didn't for my finger. Hurt like
They did it for your
Right.
finger.
Okay, well, it was a finger.
Yeah, well, mine was my arm. His was his face. I feel like they should have for him. Like mine was just my arm.
Yeah, I don't know. But yes, you had that story. What are the like we have what are the I mean 16 years of life here together. What stories you got in your head? Stories with Nana and Papa, stories with Grammy, stories with Mom and Dad.
I won't remember any unless they just come to my head.
Yeah, so let them flow into your head. Let's think here.
How about we hear that story that Hannah was saying about the grass?
Oh, the lady cutting her grass.
Oh yeah, we were driving down from like Walmart or something because we always go to Walmart or Target, and there was this lady just bending down, having her shears out, cutting every little individual blade of grass
Yeah.
to the exact amount of her other grass. Like I'm pretty sure she had one of those measure sticks as well.
Yes.
Just
With
cutting
a pair of scissors.
a pair of shear scissors, and she was just cutting the grass, every individual blade of grass.
Was it her whole yard?
Yeah, her whole yard, Kaden. Her
Yeah.
whole front yard, and it was pretty big.
That's just wild to me.
Yeah.
That's some crazy activity.
Yeah, that is some crazy activity right there.
I don't know where you guys are living.
If you're cutting your grass with scissors, you got a problem. You got to be messed up in
She
there.
has too much time on her hands.
Yeah. Or you got to have OCD like
Yeah, OCD.
off the wall.
Yeah, maybe
Like
use some
she
meds.
uses binoculars in her house to look at her grass and see if there's any that are not the same length. Yeah. Like
I
that's
would like to
wild.
take a look at that lady's house inside
That-
the
yeah,
house.
that's what I was just gonna
See,
say.
yeah.
I'd love to see that.
And then in the same neighborhood, there was this guy that had cones in the middle of
Oh,
a
yeah.
yard, and AJ was just driving on a road, and he goes,
No,
what's up, dude?
he-
What's up?"
He put cones in the middle of the road. Just some random guy. Not
Yeah,
like,
not a construction worker.
Just some random guy parked his like he had a I'm blanking
Like a trailer or something.
what it's called. Not a trailer, a RV. He had an RV on the back of his truck. And so he parked it on the side of the road, and then he put cones around it. And so I had to turn on that road, so I pulled around, and then he starts going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, I gotta get home.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So you just drove past and ignored him?
Yeah. Like, it's a public road. He doesn't own the road. What is he gonna do? Yell at everyone who drives on his road?
I guess he's planning on it.
Yeah. But you know what? That reminds me of something that we need to touch on here for the audience, since you're just getting to know Hannah. She has getting on the topic of like dealing with people on the road. She has quite literally
No. Not the worst.
the worst road rage I've
No.
ever seen in my life.
I've never once gotten out of my car. Have you seen these people getting out of the cars, literally punching windows in and stuff like that? George literally said he got out of his car once and almost got shot. So I have never got out of my car.
Well,
Or I roll my window down and say things to people. But I've learned to like maybe stop that so I don't get a Glock shoved in my face.
yes.
So maybe,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't need to
Those
do
people that are
that.
punching in windows, they're gonna
But
get out of their car and come
See,
punch your window.
I only have road rage when people do not drive correctly and people don't know how to drive. You, for example. You don't know how to drive.
Yeah, me for example.
You, for example.
You, for example,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, you're a horrible driver. Yeah, Kaden, say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, please, Kaden.
you need some work.
Yeah,
That's wild. I
he
actually
needs to
don't
go
know how
back
you
to
passed your-
driver's ed.
Yeah, I don't know how you passed your driving test.
You know, Dad failed it so many times. He had to go to a different county.
Yeah.
I only failed my driving test once.
I passed it first try.
Yeah, I passed the first try.
I don't know how you didn't fail it at least 5 times like that.
Because I'm good. I know how to drive.
No.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
You also don't know how to clean out your truck.
I just moved. Into an apartment.
That is not an excuse.
So I had to load crap to the ceiling of my truck.
That is not an excuse.
No, that is an excuse.
Maybe if you could see out your back window.
Yeah, he couldn't. He could not when we were moving.
Then you could have a better time driving.
That's wild. I
don't think anything's gonna help this man. He tried. Nothing's gonna help him.
I tried parking. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
I'm getting dissed on my own show.
Nothing. I was gonna say he tried parking in your Xterra over the line about like half an inch at Bella's graduation.
Yeah.
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 You don't need to be driving my car.
Well, I do. Oh, I do. Yeah. But yeah,
So can't drive, can't park.
But I can fly a plane.
What?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
This is news to me.
This is news to me too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about
I
now.
don't either. Oh, my road rage.
Yeah, road rage. You got it, and you don't need it.
Okay, well, don't know what you want me to say.
And for me
People
personally,
need to learn how to drive.
road rage just doesn't make sense.
Oh gosh.
Bro, what?
I'm about to lose it. Can we hear this opinion?
Bro, what?
Because if you're driving in your car,
Yeah.
and the windows are up, and let's say somebody goes in front of you and cuts you off,
Yeah.
you're gonna say, what the F was that? Like, what is that gonna do for you? They're not gonna hear it.
Exactly.
Like they're not like
They can hear it.
they're not gonna see it.
They ain't, yeah, you can see it. They ain't gonna care.
They'll hear it when I roll down my window and be like, can we drive? Can we drive good?
Unless you get out of the car at a stoplight and go knock on the window.
That's my next step.
Yeah. I agree. Because Pasty has the same amount of road rage as her. Like Pasty, like an old lady will pull out in front of me. I was like, "Look at this stupid old bag. Get out of the road."
Okay, if it's old people and I don't realize, I will feel really bad and my heart will ache for the rest of the day. But if it's like a stupid little teenager, I don't care. I will, I'll roll my window down and be like, that bumper sticker on the back means nothing to me, student driver. Be calm.
Okay.
No. No.
Me and I just saw an old man rolling down the street.
Yeah.
Going.
We saw an old man on what are those things called? A little
like a moped.
Yeah, like not even like.
Yeah, but it wasn't a moped though. Like it looks like it though.
Yeah, it was like an old person scooter.
Was it like a tiny little scooter?
No,
I think it had like 3 wheels. I think.
Yeah, I think it had like 2 in the back, 1 in the front.
Yeah.
Man was going like at least 30 miles an hour down the sidewalk.
Yeah, and he was like jumping the sidewalk.
Yeah, I mean,
it was actually.
That is nuts.
That guy does not care about life. Because he hits a rock, he flies in the middle of the road. He hits a rock in general. He's probably gone. That means old.
That means a goner.
I mean, my gosh. But I don't know. What was I just gonna say? I just had something I was gonna talk to you about. How's it working with Bella? How's it working with your own sister that you live with, as well?
Well, luckily I haven't had to work.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys haven't had to work together yet.
So
they got scheduled for the same shift the other night. That's coming up.
No, but Bella already got it covered.
Yeah, Bella switched off though because they're both new and they don't know how to do anything. So they switched.
Oh, what?
First off,
I mean, we know how to do a decent amount of stuff, but we don't know how to like.
No, first off, why would they schedule you together if you're both new and they know you don't know how to?
Yeah,
because they
that's
probably
right.
thought we were gonna like learn everything by then.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But so let's talk about growing up, man. I was there, in the background, beating you up all the time.
And we do have evidence.
Oh, we do. Oh, we have evidence. So, first off, how is it now being twice my size being able to beat me up. Because that's actually crazy.
I mean, I've already got my revenge multiple times. I'm just how you tried to, for example, this is only one example.
One example.
Outside in the backyard at mom and dad's house, we're playing basketball. You think we're going to dunk on me,
okay, yeah.
and I body you.
I tried to dunk over your head. I got slammed down on the concrete floor, and I tore my calf in half.
I guess you shouldn't try stuff like that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So it's pretty good being bigger than me now, being able to hurt me. But so here's my question. Unless you just don't know, unless you don't have any memories, I guess, because that's what I'm afraid you're about to say. So growing up, I was there. Like, how was it growing up? Like, how was your life growing up with me as your brother, Bella as your sister, mom as your mom, dad as your dad?
What?
That's such a vague question, AJ.
Vague question. Did you have any struggles growing up? Like, were you in the slums?
I mean, we used to have our own room.
Oh, yeah, we used to share a room.
Well, we had our own rooms, but then we also had another room.
What? What are you talking about?
In the, oh my gosh, we used to have our own rooms. Then we had another room in the basement that was like, game in there. We had like,
yeah,
that was amazing.
We used to share a room.
I don't,
yeah.
no,
When we lived in Arkansas?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we had bunk beds. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, pal. Just a core memory for me, but
talk about the story when we were in the room in the basement, and it was like midnight, and we heard knocking on the window.
How about you tell the story? You're the guest. Go ahead. Do you want to bring it up, man? You got to feel free. Nobody's here, man. It's us in the room talking. Nobody's here.
So, man, Hannah doesn't know this, right?
No, I don't think she's heard this
I
story.
think so.
Yeah,
That's
so
scary.
me and AJ were down, and this is in the basement, and the
At a
basement
house.
like wasn't finished, I don't think,
No.
at that time.
Yeah.
But then eventually we got it finished. But it wasn't finished at that time, and it was pitch black in the basement. Me and AJ were down there, and we were, how old do you think we were?
I mean, I was probably, I was probably 17.
No.
I'm about to be 21. That would have been 4 years ago.
We've been living in this house for like
about
almost 3 years.
Oh, that was in the old house. Wait, no, it wasn't. No, that wasn't in the old house in Larkspur. That was in the recent house, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah, but then we also moved to Missouri and stuff.
Well, yeah, but
So that was like 5 or 6 years ago.
no. But then when we moved back from Missouri, we moved into that old house in the second house in Larkspur, and I was going to high school in that house, so I would have been a freshman. So I guess however old a freshman is.
So you were
Like
14
15?
or 15?
Yeah, I guess.
And so then I was like 9.
I guess little 9-year-old.
Yeah, so we were down in the basement, pitch black. It's midnight.
Yeah, it's late. We're
Yeah.
gaming.
It's like, yeah, we're just going crazy.
Yeah.
Then we have a door in that room. It's a glass window. We have like blinds over it, I think, though. And if you walk out that door, it's underneath a porch in the backyard in the woods.
Yeah, in
In the woods.
pitch black woods, you think you see people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also have the trash cans back there, and just you don't want to be out there at nighttime.
That's when the flamingos come out.
Yeah, and then me and Asia are down there. We hear knocking on the window.
Yeah, it's like straight like
On the door. Yeah, they probably didn't hear that.
Yeah,
But yeah, we hear knocking on the window. Like it sounded like a person.
yeah, it sounds like some guy just ran up out of the woods to knock on our door. He's about to break the window, kill us.
Yeah, so me and AJ literally just look at each other for like 5 seconds. And then we just tell each other to like run upstairs.
Yeah,
So then we run upstairs to mom and dad's room. We wake them up, and they have a porch off their room to the back, so they can see down there and stuff. So dad gets up, grabs his Glock out of his sock.
now let's clarify here. Dad is butt naked. Okay, because he doesn't sleep with clothes on.
Yeah. I don't know if he got clothes on.
Let's add that point into the story. No, because in that house he used to walk around naked throughout the night to get snacks. That's why we would stay in our rooms. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that probably would have scared away whatever there was down there anyway.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
so he got up,
Exactly.
got his gun. I don't know if you're gonna have to blur that or whatever. But
kidding.
gets his gun, goes out to the porch, and then he has a flashlight on that and shines it down there, and it is a bear
Yeah.
getting into the trash cans, knocking on the window.
Yeah. A bear attacking the trash can, making it just go
Yeah.
against the door.
I thought this was gonna be like some guy or something.
Then I open the door and the bear runs in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bear that's actually more terrifying than a human trying to kill
Yeah.
you is a bear.
Cause that, yeah.
But I mean, we'd see bears
No, we'd see bears all the time.
backyard.
We'd
That
see
is
bears all the time.
so scary.
Yeah.
It was Titus got one up in the tree, or was it that Ace?
Okay. Well, they didn't get one up in a tree.
They forced one up into a tree.
I mean, I guess
Oh my god. We also had mountain lions around there. Mom got chased by a
Yeah.
mountain lion. Hannah knows that.
on a run.
Yeah. I mean, if you can imagine Mom coming face to face with the mountain lion.
Cause you think it's somebody's cat.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that story that you just told, you know what that reminds me of is when we were in, not that second house in Larkspur, but oh, you might not remember this. Shit, I don't even know. I think we were all there, but it was the first house in Larkspur. You remember that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
First house in Larkspur. Dad was out of town, so we're all sleeping in Mom's room.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
And but was that the room that we shared? Because now I think I do remember it.
Well, I had a room in the basement, but I was too scared to sleep down there.
Okay.
So I stayed in your room because you had 2 beds in there.
Yeah, on each side of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So Dad's out of town, and we're all staying in Mom's room because we're all too scared to sleep anywhere else.
Yeah, and we're all young.
Yeah.
And
So
like me and AJ can't defend
yeah.
the house.
So and we had a security system in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're all laying in her room, and the door is right there, and it's open, and we have a lights on out in the kitchen and the living room, and all of a sudden, we see the lights get turned off, and we're like, what? And I think me or Mom was the first one to notice it, and she was like, "Did you guys just see that?"
No, but I thought we saw something get like a shirt or something like get thrown across.
Yeah, I don't know. We saw because we saw. Yeah, I think we saw.
We
something.
saw something.
Yeah, we saw something, and then the lights started going off, and then
Yeah.
and then they got flicked back on a little bit later, and we're like, "What's going on?" And so at first we're like, "Okay, it's interesting," and then we see more lights in different parts of the house get turned off,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, "Somebody's in the house."
No way. Who?
Somebody's in the house, and so
No way, who?
no, so we start freaking out.
No.
Like
Was it your dad?
no. So we start freaking out. My mom is literally like losing her mind. She slams the door closed. We move the dresser in front of it. Like
No,
we're
I thought it was a chair that we had in the corner.
or whatever we did. Move something in front of it. Lock us in the room. And so my mom's freaking out. She's trying to call my dad. She's literally like crying. She's trying to call my dad. She gets on the phone with my dad. My dad says to get the gun. And so if you can imagine my mom trying to get a gun, she doesn't even know how to shoot a
She
gun.
doesn't even know how to load a gun.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to.
Yeah. So my dad's having to try to explain to her on the phone how to load the gun. She gets it loaded, and then this is what happens. So eventually we move the chair or the dresser or whatever it was out of the way of the door. And so my mom is like this. Okay. My mom's like special ops mode. Okay. And we are a trail of 3
Yeah.
little children.
I
following
remember that.
behind her.
Yeah.
As we go out and she sweeps the house. Okay. So literally a mom with 3 children behind her as she has a Glock in her hand, sweeping the freaking house. Okay. Because we thought somebody was in there. Like she's literally in tears. So we're going trying to figure out who's in there. Like we're waiting for somebody to jump out around the corner, and Mom's just gonna probably end up shooting one of us actually, because we know she ain't gonna shoot the person. She doesn't have good enough aim for that. I mean, she'd probably empty the entire clip into a wall before she hit the guy.
Well, I mean, before she emptied the entire clip, the gun would fly out of her hands.
Yeah. But so we sweep the house, and then we don't find anybody upstairs or the main level. So then we have to go to the basement, and it's like, okay, now this is scary.
Yeah, and I don't think the basement was finished in that house either.
No, I don't think it's finished yet.
Or wait, maybe it was.
I don't remember. But what made it scarier is we had those lasers down there. the laser security system.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like dark, and then you have the red lasers, and if people walk through them, the alarm goes off.
Oh, that's crazy. That's like some bank vault stuff.
Yeah. So we went down there, and those were the ones that had gone off. So we went down there, and so the lasers were gone because somebody had walked through them or something. And we went down there. I think one of the windows was like broken in the basement.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Something was like messed up in the window because Mom called the police.
Yeah, I know.
Dude,
And then they came.
Actually crazy.
And the police checked the house.
Yeah, but before that, we swept the basement, couldn't find anybody. So then we go back upstairs. We closed Mom's door again, lock us in there.
No, but when we went down into the basement, I thought we set a part of the security system.
Oh yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we set part off ourselves. Then we all freaked out. We
Yeah.
thought somebody else walked.
Yeah, we thought somebody else
like
set
the
it
back
off.
part of the basement. We thought somebody else walked through and set it off. But then we go back upstairs, back in my mom's room, lock ourselves back in there again, and here's where it got real scary, because then we're all scared. We're sitting in there. We locked ourselves back in there again, and then we started to hear. We had wood flooring, so we started to hear footsteps walking around the house.
Oh, I think I
No.
remember.
Yeah. So we start hearing somebody walking through the house, and we hear boots getting closer and closer to the door, and then all of a sudden it's just like bang, bang, bang on the door, and we're like, oh, we're gonna die. This is it. And then all of a sudden we hear, Tiffany, it's me. It was my dad.
Wait, it was?
Yeah,
Bruh.
it was Dad.
Wait, I don't
Bruh.
remember that.
Yeah.
Bruh, so he knew it was him setting off all those lights.
No, it wasn't him that set off all that stuff. He had come home, and he had just gone home.
But the cops checked the house and nobody was there.
Yeah, then the cops came and checked the house. Nobody was there.
Was that with Dad there?
I don't remember, but I remember Dad walked through because then we heard those boots, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna die.
No, that is literally
Yeah.
terrifying, though.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Because then didn't we have another story like that in the house, the newer Larkspur house? Because maybe that's what I was thinking about with the window break or something. I don't know. Tell that story you just told me, though, about Bella. Because it's similar to this. When Bella was over at dog sitting at that house and she was freaking out texting you.
Oh.
Yeah, no, tell the story just like you told it to me the other day. Don't give no, oh, I don't want to tell this story. Not tell the story, dog. It's a good one.
Yes. So I'm in my room. It's like 11:30 at night. I'm like, okay. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
My phone's on my desk, and I get a text message. Bella's texting me, and she's like, "Are you awake?" And I'm like, "No, why?" and then she's texting me. She's saying like she's scared and stuff, blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Where even are you?" She said she's at some house dog sitting. She's like, "Can you come and stay with me?" And I was like, "It's 11:30 at night. I don't even know where you're at. I'm not trying to drive that late." And so she just keeps on trying to get me to go over there. And I told her she has two options. To either have me and Mom go over there, like right there, or just nothing else, because there wasn't another option.
There was nothing else.
And so she told me,
Or she stays there by herself and cries.
so she told me, I guess.
No, because she was texting Kaden saying that she was like, what, was she in a corner or something?
When I got over there, I'm pretty sure from the looks of it, she was like on a couch. Like it was like a big, nice like couch. Like it looked like a bed.
Yeah. No, she was texting Kaden saying she was like in shock, like she could not make herself move. Like she was too scared. She could not make herself move.
What was she scared
She
about?
texted Kaden. She texted Kaden saying, when you guys get here, I don't think I can let you in because I'm too scared to move.
Why was she
Oh yeah, because she said
scared?
she was like hearing noises.
Yeah, she said she heard noises and she heard a door close upstairs.
But I mean, obviously it was Kat.
Yeah, obviously she's just a liar.
Yeah.
But yeah, you keep
And
going.
so I wake Mom up, and she's walking out of the room like all hunched over, like everything. And I'm like, Bella's texting me, blah blah blah. And she's like, okay, let's get in the car and go over there, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So we go over there, we look around, look in all the doors, no one's there. And then by the time we're done checking it and stuff, Mom said she's gonna stay over there. So I have to drive back by myself at
Yeah.
midnight. I don't even know what I'm doing. And they have no air conditioning in that house.
That's crazy.
I know, so I could not stay over there even if I wanted to.
Nah.
Because I'd literally die.
Yeah.
And so I guess Mom stays over there. And then we're just texting. And she's trying to help me get home. And she said she was just going to come back the next morning early.
Nice.
And yeah.
Yeah, Sabella had a similar experience, but she was by herself.
I have a similar experience as well. I just didn't have anyone to text. So me and my old best friend. I was also like 9. I was also 9.
I'm just kidding.
I was also 9. So me and my old best friend Haley, we were at one of my houses, one that I lived in, and we were sleeping. We were both sleeping, say the night, and then we heard the front door like open and close, and I thought it had been locked.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. So I was like freaking out, and I was like, "There's no way! Like I'm looking by myself. I am like 9 years old. She was 9 as well.
Yeah.
So my first instinct, call 911.
Oh, wow.
So that is what I did.
Straight off the bat.
I called 911. And then like 15 minutes later, my mom comes while the cops are there. And she's like, what is happening?
Wow.
Yeah, so I got in trouble for calling 911 because I thought there was an intruder. And they were telling my mom, they were like, oh, she did the right thing, blah, 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 blah. There was no one there.
Still, you did the right thing.
I mean, I guess.
I'll teach our kids. Call 911.
Yeah, if no one's there and I'm like freaking out, like me and my best friend literally heard something. Yeah, I'm not doing that myself. I'm a 9-year-old. I'm not gonna get killed.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I think someone still might have, like, I don't even know, because the door was open a smidge, and I know my mom always used to like close it, not really lock it, but like close it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we were sleeping.
Oh yeah.
So we were like, it was like 10 or something in the morning. We used to sleep until like 12 during the summer.
Yeah.
But I feel like definitely someone came in. I don't know if it was like a homeless person or what, because nothing was moved.
A homeless person?
Well, I would
somewhere to sleep.
Oh
yeah,
my
exactly.
God. If I walk out in my living room, there's a homeless guy in there.
I mean, like there
taking
was like
crap on the floor.
Actually,
better than like an intruder, like better than like a serial killer or something. I mean, I would rather experience a homeless man or a tweaker in my house than I would someone holding a knife or a gun at me, you know?
Or you could be the person who gets murdered, and then that murder sets off a new horror series, and then the horror series is based on you.
Yeah, I would not want that. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't want that.
What were you saying? It reminded you of something?
Because she said homeless person broke in.
Yeah.
Because that reminds me, I think in that same like old Larkspur house.
A homeless person did not break into that house.
Okay, no, but like, but let me just say this. So it was late at night. Yeah, late at night. I thought this was maybe, or no, I don't know, but it was late at night, and I was leaving my room to go downstairs and maybe get a snack or something.
Yeah.
You weren't home. I don't know why. But when I would walk, because my room was upstairs, I would walk out. There was like a little balcony or whatever.
Yeah.
I was about to walk down the stairs, and I'm looking down. Someone's laying on the couch. Okay, sleeping.
What?
Someone's laying on the couch sleeping. I'm like, what the frick? What the frick? What the frick? And they also had crutches next to him.
Oh, so that's a homeless guy that just dragged
crutches
himself
I
back.
think that was a tweaker.
So then I either went and got mom, or I saw mom talking to him.
Yeah.
But mom told me it was you, because I guess you broke something.
Oh, that must have been the night I broke my ankle. At John's house.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess you're always breaking something.
Yeah.
So I guess you just came and slept on the couch.
So AJ was the tweaker.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
couch.
I don't remember that.
Okay, well, I do.
That's wild.
And Kaden was probably crapping his pants because he was like, "Well, some random man is sleeping on my couch."
That's crazy. We'll save that broken ankle story for when John comes on here, because I'm gonna force him if he's watching this.
Well, now you got to cut that out. So
I will tie him up.
But you got to cut that. You got to cut his name out so they don't know who's coming on here.
Oh yeah, I'll cut his name out.
Yeah, and they'll just be like, I'm gonna tie him up. I'm gonna force him on here.
I'll say, here comes everybody. Our next guest. He is a small Indian boy. He.
You need to do it like that one TikToker. Have you? I've already told you about him. You haven't seen him.
I probably haven't seen him.
But he's like, he does this suit like review stuff.
I don't know. Is he Indian?
I don't know what he is, but he's like, got this small Chinese boy right here.
Maybe I have seen that. I don't know.
Or like, okay, just never mind.
Okay, great. Well, nice. There's something else that just popped in my head. Forgot because
This podcast turned from like a comedy into like just telling scary stories that happened to us.
Yeah. There was some other story that was in my head. Gosh, it's running to my tongue. I don't remember. Gosh, dang it. I think it was something with me and John or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But, yeah. Yeah, so lots of good times when we all thought we were going to die. Yeah. Well, you got any other topics you want to hit? Anything you're really dying to just let loose on the podcast? Nothing?
His cheeks.
His cheeks, yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You got anything else you're wanting to hit? Or let anybody know anything else about you? First episode with you on here. Or how you're feeling about the podcast going forward?
Pretty easy now that I got this one out of the way.
Yeah.
Going forward, I think it's going to be okay.
Game time from here.
Yeah, pretty much. I just feel like it was easy once I actually had topics to talk about. Like,
Yeah. And look, we didn't even have this episode planned out. It just rolled.
exactly. But it kind of turned into a horror kind of thing.
But when we have episodes actually planned out, because we do have some planned out, we have a notebook, we're writing stuff down. We just didn't have time to plan this one out. Sorry about that, bud. But they'll be good. But this one is still pretty solid.
I think this one went decently well when we got Kaden to actually talk about some stuff, not just what he wants to do. Because apparently, he just does not know.
Yeah.
It was just a joke. Like, you're gonna have to cut that
I don't know if that means anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we're gonna wrap that up there. It's been going pretty long. It's gonna be the longest episode I've had in a while.
in. How long?
Over an hour. No.
Yeah, usually all of his are like 45 minutes because he has to literally cut every single thing that he said out.
Yeah.
So it usually is like an hour and 30, and then it ends up being 45 minutes once.
This one's gonna be over an hour though. It's going good.
Well, that's good.
It just doesn't feel like it when you're actually on here talking.
Well, I think it probably goes less time with just you because like I also have stuff to add, but with just two people like you and like a co-host or a guest, like it's just not gonna go that long because there's only two people. And there's three, obviously, like three people sharing different experiences. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I feel like that entire time I was talking really loud.
No, you're good.
I feel like I was talking really quietly. Like no one's gonna be able to hear anything that I said the whole podcast.
No, you guys are good. I'm the editor and the producer.
Sir.
Which I'm gonna be honest, editing these podcasts are gonna get a lot harder with 3 different angles that I have to match up with the voices and everything. I'm about to be in that closet for the next 3 days.
Okay, well let's go ahead and end this because I really gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, I'm starving too. Okay, well,
crazy.
I think that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Episode 20. Absolutely love this. Love this vibe going on here. Love having Hannah as my co-host now. It's gonna be a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you like the new setup. It's obviously a lot more professional. I'm excited to get this ball rolling again and have episodes for you guys every single week. So don't forget to tune in, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and just continue to support the ride, everybody, because it's only up from here. I love all of you. Have a good week. We'll see you guys next week. That's going to do it. Peace.
Woo!